It's spooky. It's spooky. It's spooky. It's spooky.
Hey there, spooky friends. Hey there, spooky friends, and welcome to another episode of the Storytime. The Storytime with the Scaryish podcast. I'm Robin Grace. This is Adam Diaz.
Hello.
And we're back. We're back with some homegrown horrors to share with everyone.
Indeed we are. Homegrown horrors, the stories that you wonderful listeners and viewers have sent to us to read, and you've said, hey, you have permission to read this on the show, which we always appreciate. If you have a story that's paranormal, supernatural, spiritual, coincidental, true crime, or extraterrestrial, Robin, where can they send it?
You can send it to storytime@scaryish.com. That's
Get
our
the
email.
fuck out of here.
Yeah, what are the freaking odds?
Holy shit.
And that email, you can actually go to our website. Our website has like a contact us.
What's our website?
Scaryish.com. What are
Whoa,
the freaking odds?
we got that website? That's fucking nuts.
And you can contact us. It'll send everything to our email, so we can get it that way.
Indeed. Or hit us up on the socials. Facebook is facebook.com/Scaryish podcast.
Mm-hmm.
Don't forget to send your soch. X.
Don't send us your socials.
Please don't. Twitter is @ScarishPod, and Instagram is @ScarishPodcast. We would love to hear from you.
It's not Twitter anymore. It's X.
You can suck my balls. Shoot that dude to Mars already. Jesus Christ. All right. Anyways, so we're going to have 3 emails, but one of those emails is long and it has at least 3 stories. So we're going to split that one right down the middle. Also, if you ever thought, I would love to watch them record one of these live. They seem silly in person. We absolutely are. And you can you can watch Storytime episodes live by going to twitch.tv/scaryish or youtube.com/scaryish. We'll usually give like a 24-hour notice like, hey, we're going to stream live tomorrow and the time. And if you follow us on Discord, or the Twitch account or the YouTube account, you'll get a notification saying, hey, they went live. So come and check it out. It's pretty fun. We have some people watching right now, and we appreciate them. And I don't know. Want to just get into this first one? No, we should talk a little bit. Let's talk a little bit. We got a lot to talk about. One, we haven't done a show in like a month.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
So you guys haven't seen us. We went and saw an F1.
No, I think we've already talked about that.
I don't think we have.
I think we have.
Pretty sure we haven't. We said we were going to go, but I don't think we talked about the fact that we went.
We did go.
Yeah, we did. We got to watch 4 F1 drivers and 4 PGA Tour golfers.
Oh, the golf thing.
Yeah, stop correcting me, bitch. Let me finish a fucking sentence.
We went to go see the Netflix Cup. That was cool. Got to take a picture with Zach Brown. Whoop whoop.
The team principal of McLaren F1 team, if
yeah.
you were wondering, because I know not everyone's an F1 fan yet.
But they will.
Robin thinks.
But yeah, so it was fun. We've been, just
we've
chilling.
been everywhere, man. Lots of stuff we've had to do. It's like kind of a mini vacation from the show, and at the same time, we had a lot of shit to do. Yeah. So we're happy to be back for this month of December. I am going to edit this and drop it in the evening of December 1st. So if you see this come across your feed and you're like, nighttime story time, listen to it before bed and see if you can sleep, unless you're chicken. No. You can listen to it whenever the fuck you want. I do want to let you guys know what the programming is going to be like for December. First of all, we're doing this story time, so this is going to be our first episode of December. And then next week, we are going to be doing the 6th anniversary episode. We've made it closer to a decade than we have to canceling after the first show. So we've been around for 6 fucking years. That's a long time to do 2 topics per episode, man. So, we're going to ask for any questions that the listening audience, you, the spooky friends, have. And we're just going to get on the mic, sort of talk about the state of the podcast, where we're going next year, and then answer all the questions that we get. That's kind of what we do every year, and it's going to be a fun time. But there's this other thing that happened. I listened to this show called The Flophouse. It's a podcast. And it is about a bad movie that's been made, and 3 people watch it, and then after they watch it, they go and they talk about how much it sucked balls. But because there's been this strike, it's been very hard for them to watch movies that aren't, part of a company that was, being struck by the actors or the writers. So as that was happening, they decided to have a trivia event where one of them would ask questions to the other 2, and they would just say like, hey, here's a movie, here's the description, what do you think the IMDb rating is? And they saw whoever could get closest by the stars. I was like, this is fun. We should do something like this for Scaryish. So Rob and I gave some thought to it and said, we should do a game show, but we should be the people being asked the questions, obviously, because we should compete against each other based on the topics we've covered. We've been doing this shit for 6 years, But we're like, who would be nice enough to spend their time to sit down and do a bunch of research to get a bunch of questions together and come up with a show format, and then administer the show to us because we can't do it to ourselves. And we're like, we've had a lot of special guests on. Do any of them have the time or the energy to do that? And we're like, some of them are capable, but one of them we're just like, yeah, for sure she would do that. And I texted Marsha, who did her own topic. It was the first special guest topic we've ever done. And she was like, fuck yeah. And she texted us and she's like, it's done. It's ready to go. I think we're going to be recording it tomorrow if everything goes correctly. So I'm going to edit that and get it out. I'm going to put like sound effects and stuff like that into it. So not next week, which is the anniversary episode, but the week after that will be the game show episode. So we hope you folks enjoy that. And then after that, maybe we'll do another topic episode. Who knows?
All right.
I got mercury poisoning, just waiting. I got a bunch of fucking tabs opening for it because I was going to do like Toxic November, like
it just sounds so weird.
Hashtag die mad, but that kind of fell by the wayside.
When you say something like, I have mercury poison, just waiting. Like,
got a bunch of tabs open. Yep.
Oh my God. Okay.
So it should be a fun time. But yeah, that's what we're looking at for the foreseeable future. We might take the weekend of New Year's off because Spooky Mom is coming back into town.
Mm-hmm.
Got a lot of traveling we have to do, but we'll keep you posted on that as it unfolds. So yeah, some solid programming notes, I think.
Yeah.
Hope you enjoyed them. You probably came here for Homegrown Horrors.
Yes,
instead,
so let's get into those.
All right, this is the first one. Robin's going to go ahead and read it. I'll go right ahead.
All right, so this one goes, hello, Adam, Robin, and Spooky Mom. Hello. I don't think she reads these anymore.
She doesn't.
I think we just, because, we're like completely different ends of the country now, and it's just a little more difficult.
We moved to California.
Yeah.
She moved back to the Midwest, so.
So it's just, we just had to do it ourselves.
I don't know what her work schedule is like, so I can't just go downstairs and ask her, like, hey, can you proofread 4 emails today? So I'm just like, I'll just do it, and I'll be honest with you, I didn't fucking do it today. So if you're watching live, you might catch some wild shit. We'll find out. But if you're listening to this on the podcast version, I've edited everything to make it sound perfectly fine.
Yeah, but if you watch it on YouTube, it's all in there.
It's a hot fucking mess, for sure.
All right, so I've been listening to your podcast for a couple of months, and I'm pretty much up to date with all of your episodes. I am a real fan of your content and love to hear you guys banter.
Thank you.
I like to think that our banter is, fun.
The worst part of the show.
Sometimes it has to be the worst part of the show. Just, I don't know. Sometimes it just sounds like I want to strangle you, and it comes through.
I think that's why people like watching the show, or listening to the show, excuse me.
Yeah, I don't know. Who knows? I have a couple of paranormal stories for you guys today. All right. Oh my god, I forgot about Squid Game, the challenge.
Oh yeah, we watched Squid Game, the challenge. There's still 1 episode to go, folks. December 6th.
But we'll talk about that later sometime.
I don't want to interrupt this email with how much I have to say about Squid Game, the challenge.
First story dates back to 2016. Y'all remember 2016, right?
Yep. Cubs won the World Series. That's the only thing that happened that year.
2016 is not like 4 years ago. 2016 is
7 almost 8 years ago.
How
in
insane
31 days, it will be 8 years ago.
Oh my god.
Holy shitballs.
So at the time I was dating my ex, and the house his family lived in back then was haunted. It was not evil though. The first instance, quote unquote instance, my ex was reading a book before sleeping. He woke up the next morning at a normal hour, but the book was not in his hands like he left it. He looked around and he found the book inside one of the drawers. I remember he called me to tell me, and we were both weirded out. I've done things when I was sleepy that you don't realize you do. So that could be something where he was falling asleep, decided like, I don't want this book in my hand, sleepily put it somewhere, and forgot that they put it there.
I have been told, like I've been sleeping, and I got woken up and said a few things, and then went back to sleep. And in the morning, when they're like, do you remember when you woke up? I'll be like, no. No recollection of that whatsoever, and it's something that it's like a different person was running my body, and there are no memories for what they did. That is really scary. I have nightmares where like someone tells me like, oh, it's Friday, and I'm like, I thought it was Tuesday, and they're like, you don't remember what you did the last few days?
Fugue state.
It's scary, like to think about stuff like that.
Is it fugue state?
Yeah, that's 100% correct.
It's like this morning. This morning, Adam's like, I took a shower this morning.
Oh, I was like, do you
that's BS. That's BS. You did not. And he's like, I asked. I talked to you.
I had to give her my towel so she could feel that it was wet, because she was just like, no,
I was like, there's no way.
I was like, I smell good. I smell like your deodorant because I'm out. It's totally true.
But I was dead asleep, but apparently I did talking while I was asleep, okay? And I don't remember anything. So sometimes when you're sleepy, you things happen and you don't realize it happens. All right, so the second instance, trigger warning, there's a basement.
I made sure Robin would read this when I saw that. So thank you for putting the trigger warning.
I was sleeping at his place. His bedroom was in the basement, and there was no other bedrooms there. I woke up randomly, quote unquote randomly, at 3 a.m. and looked around. Everything was silent. My ex was out like a log. For content.
For content, sound effects.
I hate that sound that you make.
I love it. It's my favorite thing I do with my mouth.
Ew.
More favorite than eating, drinking. Okay.
For context,
any of the other things.
God! For context, the bed is facing the bedroom door, and there is a nightlight on the wall near the door. I swear I started hearing the wood floor creaking slowly outside the bedroom. As the creaking wood came closer and closer to the door, I swear I saw a shadow of feet, as if someone was walking slowly in front of the door. I was just staring below that door. I didn't feel threatened, but I was watching. The footsteps stopped dead in front of the door. I can't recall how long it took, but after a while, the footsteps just continued on the way it was going at first. So it just stopped at the door.
Yeah, it was walking in this direction, stopped, and then it resumed walking in that same direction.
Yeah. But I stayed awake and waited to hear if I could hear the footsteps going back and upstairs or something, but I heard nothing. There were no more footsteps. My ex never woke up and didn't think much of it because my gut did not alert me and my intuition is always on point. So it didn't feel like it was evil. Maybe it was like, you know how it's like a guardian ghost type thing. When I told my ex when we woke up later on, he was so freaked out. I want to know if there's anybody else that lives in the house. Like if say I was living at home with my parents, my girlfriend came over or boyfriend came over to sleep, and it's like a curious parent who goes down to listen.
Can I hear what's going on in there?
You know what I mean? Where it's like, are the kids doing anything maybe they shouldn't be doing? Or something like that. So that's kind of what I imagine, but maybe that's because that's kind of how I grew up, where my parents were always like, what are you doing? Yeah.
I will say there's one thing about that sentence near the end that kind of threw me. I shouldn't say threw me, but like it raised a flag for me. The phrase, my gut did not alert me and my intuition is always on point. Because that is true until it's not. And there's no better way to put that than by watching the epic movie Speed with Keanu Reeves.
Oh my god!
Where at the beginning he gets warned by his partner, played by Jeff Daniels, and he says, "Guts will get you so far, and then they'll get you killed." So be safe.
Oh
Just
my
saying,
god!
intuition can be wrong.
Also, if you haven't watched the high adrenaline action movie Speed,
watch it. It's a fucking masterpiece.
God, Speed. I wish it could be like hashtag ad, but it's
so
not.
Fucking good.
Oh yeah, Speed is amazing. I freaking love that movie. Like
mid to late 80s action movies, early 90s action movies.
Keanu Reeves.
Fucking just masterpieces.
What is her name?
I spent 10 minutes in my one-on-one at work talking about Running Man with Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Sandra Bullock's in it.
Oh yeah, she's so fucking charismatic.
It's so good.
America's sweetheart in the 90s for sure.
So good.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh my god.
Yeah. Anyway, is this the one we're splitting or?
Nope.
Okay, I keep going. All right. So the third instance, me and my ex were sleeping at his place again, and for some random ass reason, his alarm clock just goes off at 4 a.m., which is weird on a Saturday morning. And guess where the alarm clock was? In the drape.
Sorry.
Drape. In the drawer of the stand again, in the nightstand.
Oh, that's
so
weird.
Where he put the book before. Or where the book ended up.
Where the book wound up. Yeah.
He woke up in a panic and just frantically looked for the alarm, only to be both confused about why the alarm was put in the drawer when we don't remember putting it in there.
You know what it could be, too? Something we haven't talked about in a while. Sleepwalking. A
A
lot of people that do sleepwalking don't go very far, and they move shit a lot. It's like Step Brothers, where they find the stuff in the oven, like the pillows in the oven or whatever, and the purse in the fridge. Like, that shit that's true. That's not just stuff that was made up for that movie. Like, people do weird shit when they sleepwalk. 100.
Facts. For context, we never had any history of sleepwalking. I don't think we moved it. So, I mean,
could be possession.
Could be.
I'm kidding. I'm not trying to scare anyone.
I could be sleepwalking.
Well, he's sometimes now, so it could be.
Sometimes you just never know, you know.
Yeah.
All right, bonus story for giggles. So I'm currently dating a man I love very much.
Nice.
That's sweet. When we started dating over 3 years ago, he used to live in another apartment, and he had to go take a shower. As he was going, I was watching TV. When he came back from the shower, he looked a bit sullen. I was still watching the show, and he broke the silence by saying, "Hey, I don't know how to say that, but I was in the shower and I felt something touch my butt."
Oh my god.
I don't know if it was maybe a drop of water, but I don't know. And then I replied, "Oh, that was just me poking your butt." We both laughed so hard. It's funny because, you know, sometimes, not in that same situation, but I will think I feel something, you know. But sometimes it's you, and sometimes it's me freaking out.
Robin is like, she thinks she feels these phantom touches sometimes. Well, at the same time, I can walk up to her. Just walk up, being loud, heavy footsteps, stand directly in front of her, and she'll look up and see me and be like, "Ah, where did you come from?" It's like anything can sneak up on her.
What voice is that?
That's the Robin voice. I'm previewing the 2024 Robin voice. Oh my god.
So. Okay, so it was I wanted to just poke his butt while he was showering. For some reason, he was showering facing back from me, so it was perfect for me to stick my hand in and just run over and poke him.
Nope, reread that. You ruined it. There's context there.
What? My brain is not working.
For me, so it was perfect. Just take it from there.
For some reason, he was showering facing back from me. So it was perfect for me to stick my hand in and just run after I poke him. Oh,
So that's why he didn't notice. She
Got it.
vanished afterwards.
but he didn't see or hear anything when I did, so he got scared.
That's funny.
If you ever play that joke on me where you're like, it wasn't me. It wasn't me.
I'd be so good at it too.
Yeah, that's the
She would
thing.
fly
I am
it.
so incredibly gullible, and I believe everything.
That's why we have this fucking show. I don't believe anything. She believes everything.
Thank you so much for your time, people. Take care. Thank you so much. I wish we knew your name, but thank you for sharing your story.
Yeah, absolutely. It was really, really good.
Yeah.
And I appreciate you sharing like multiple instances, and then like here's something where I scared someone and it wasn't real, because like realistically that happens a lot. But that's the thing. If you don't have a history of sleepwalking and items keep moving around randomly, it's really fucking scary. But the easiest solution is the paranormal activity solution. Just get a fucking like webcam or something like that, turn it on, and then monitor it. Like set up to record whenever it like detects activity of like someone walking around. Yeah, record the demons or record yourself walking around. You never know.
Yeah.
So, but either way, thank you so much for saying that. That was really good.
Yeah.
Marking it.
We have 3 drinks.
Got a lot of shit we gotta
redeemed.
do.
So let me go get a glass. And
You don't have a glass?
yeah, I need a
What
glass.
unprofessional bullshit is this? Can you guys see how fucking like grisly and gross my beard is? Like, it's grown in like normal-ish on my face, but like my neck is so thick. It's like I have a neck beard and a real beard at the same time, and I hate it. I can't wait to trim it and get rid of it, but I'm going to read some of these notifications while Robin's doing things she should have done before we went live. I'm shocked she didn't hear me. So, we got a lot of stuff. Let's scroll back to the beginning. Some of these are really funny. All right. First of all, Malum subscribed for the 35th month. That's me. And it says, what beautiful hosts. Wink wonk. I put that in there so Robin could hear it, but she's gone. The Snarked resubscribed for the 42nd month and says, sup, beachies? Love your faces. Latreia subscribed for the 10th month. Thank you so much. Chunkster subscribed for the 26th month and said, ooh, woo, woo. All right. Captain Fake, I donated 500 bits of a snowman melting and dying. I love it. The Snarked, and Captain Fake, I redeemed a drink. Chunkster redeemed a high five. 911 Girl resubscribed for the 40th month and said, hi, I'm working but wanted to see your faces. That's so sweet of you. Thank you. I am What's for Dinner resubscribed for the 45th month and said, redeem one. Oi! I wish I would have done that before she got back because it might have scared her. And XM Awesome X resubscribed for the 20th month and said, yay. Glitch just redeemed another drink. And I have my Cali Cream and Orange Sickle finally back. Holy fuck. Show them both things. First of all, Robin's drinking this.
Yeah,
It's
I'm
a
going to make a
flavored
vodka
Red
Red
Bull.
Bull.
She's going to drink it out of this. A Red Bull glass because she's obsessed with Red Bull F1. And if there was a Red Bull vodka, she'd be fucking drinking that too. But she's drinking Smirnoff. Let's crack this bitch. Oh, it's Miller
right.
time. 4? Because, yeah, Glitch just redeemed an extra one. We also have to high five. So whenever you're ready.
Okay, hold on.
Oh my god. Oh my god. This smells so fucking good. Smell that.
It smells like orange.
It smells like orange sickle. I need to read some of your messages. And by some, I mean all.
All right, high five me. Oh, fuck.
You said high five you. That didn't mean sit still.
God.
All right, gonna scroll up, see what you wonderful folks had to say. Faye was the first person in either chat and said, hello. Pink Penguin
Look
said,
at the freaking tab.
showing them. Just show
Look
them.
at the tab. The little tab. The little tab literally has a... Wait.
Just put it over your face so there's a
Oh.
background to it.
Yeah, look. It's like a bowl. How the fuck? So fancy. No wonder.
Pink Penguin was second, said, hi. Faye says, can't believe it's December already. I think we're all feeling the same way. Maya said, hello, over there on YouTube. Penguin said, Pink Penguin said, I swear January was yesterday. Faye says, as always, baby is sleeping during the broadcast. Nice. Let him sleep.
Your hand.
Trash Pandas say, I'm actually on time today. Hooray. Thank you for being here. Latreia is here as well. Obviously, because I read off the resub. Stark said it's going to be 2024 in like 30 seconds. Faye said, that is so scary. That is the scariest
it's
thing
going to be 2024.
that's going to be read on this show today.
I remember when it was 2021 and we're all like, oh, I remember 2019.
I fucking remember when it was 2020 and we're all like, it's going to be the best year ever. Like Taco Tuesday is on fucking Cinco de Mayo. Halloween's on a Saturday. Everything's lining up. It's going to be a gravy train with biscuit wheels. And then fucking pandemic.
Okay.
Should have known.
Gravy train with biscuit wheels.
Yeah.
Think about that.
Yeah.
The gravy.
I do every day.
The gravy is going to just disintegrate the biscuit wheels.
No. They're going to get all slopped around and delicious
and,
and ready to eat.
Gross.
It's not how biscuits and gravy works. You dump it over the top. The biscuits maintains consistency long enough to shovel it all into your fucking mouth.
But imagine riding a train.
No. You imagine the train running into your mouth like the end of a tunnel and just exploding everywhere in a taste of deliciousness.
Oh, God.
You're on a gravy train with biscuit wheels. Why would you risk it? That's from Kingpin. All right. Treya says, I'm glad I updated Twitch. I wouldn't be able to watch. I'm glad you updated Twitch as well. Faye says she also has to go back to work in 2024.
No.
Gross. Work sucks.
I know.
I knew you were going to do that. Latrina says, how's everyone doing? That's a great question. How are you all doing?
Yeah, how is everyone?
It's been
a while.
I can read it now because she asked, which was very nice of her. Faye says, sleep deprived, but good. Snark says, nah, just stay home with the baby. Chunk says, LOL. Faye says, then again, sleep deprivation equals my norm. That's true. She's a doctor. She's sleep deprived a lot. Faye says to the Snark, I'm having an income. I like having an income. I also do like my job. Chunk says, the kitties are asleep next to me. Nice. Our dog was laying on the couch between the two of us like an hour before the show.
I forgot that our subscription is spooky.
Probably get a new one, but she's
we should
awesome.
Get a new one. She is awesome.
All right. Faye says, I suppose I could also just rely on the hubs to be my sugar daddy. You could. Snark says to Faye, fine, I guess if that's what makes you happy and fulfilled and stuff. LOL. All right.
Hello, Kamira Kuhn over on YouTube.
What up?
YouTube.
Yeah, it's YouTube. Snark says, I am part of the Send Elon Home movement. Lots of people are. Faye says,
your beard is getting thick.
Rocking that beard, Adam. This is how thick my fucking neck beard is. Like, I use this because it's like kind of patchy in certain places.
Oh,
and
man.
I like brushed out. Here's the thing, like the way when you're, a person that grows in a slightly patchy beard, you grow it in, people notice like, oh, it's kind of patchy. Then you trim it down so that the slow growing parts of your beard catch up to the long growing parts of your beard, and then in like 2 months you have a full beard. Right now you can really see the growth rate of like my Hitler part is very quick.
What the frick?
My chin is the
no,
fastest.
when you brushed it looks just like it.
9! And then my neck is super fucking like Abraham Lincoln style. Anyways, Faye says, yo, so jealous y'all got to see F1. It was pretty awesome.
Going to Austin was cool. I think that was the greatest highlight of this year. Is getting
Austin
is getting spoiled by Red Bull.
That was pretty dope. They gave us some free NFTs. Those bitches are worth about $3,000. It's pretty awesome.
So getting spoiled by Red Bull, highlight of the year.
Second drink for me.
Getting to see one of my favorite drivers, two of my favorite drivers.
Being close enough where I could have like touched Max Verstappen was pretty cool. I could have yelled something at him, but this is the truth. I saw my favorite StarCraft 2 streamer back in the day.
Yeah.
At an event, and he was walking right next to me, and I was like, good luck, so-and-so. And he's like, thank you so much. And he had not lost a game in like 2 years.
Until you said
he
hello.
lost every game after that.
Oh,
I was like, I will never talk to someone like in the middle of a competition again, ever. So this year I've gotten to see three of my favorite drivers in person, like right next to me. So Max Verstappen,
Carlos Sainz, and Lando Norris. And Alex. I've gotten to see Alex too. So I've gotten to see like
lots of them. Lots of these dudes.
My heart. Okay, but yeah, highlight of the year definitely.
Chunkster says, "Ooh, the beard is back on Adam's face. Brings back memories of the sponsor of Manscaped. Yeah, when Robin shaved that huge chunk out of my fucking beard. Hilarious. Remember when she waxed my legs and did a terrible job? It caused me tons of pain. That was hilarious too.
You guys can actually still watch that video. It's on YouTube, so
it's on there somewhere." Trey says, "Yay!" Glitch says 6 years. Chunkster goes barrel. That's the fucking sound effect I gave to the horn. Glitch says, "Damn." Face says, "Oh my god, 6 years. The podcast is old enough to be in first grade. Holy shit."
Oh ew.
Glitch says, "Oh, sounds fun." Face is exciting. Trash Panda says, "Ooh, looking forward to it." I think that's regarding the game show.
I wish we had somebody who knew how to edit videos. If we had a video editor, then we could make videos.
Robin has these lofty things she wants someone else to do.
Because
like
I don't
always.
know how to do it. I don't know how to do it. My sister doesn't have the time to do it. I just wish we had a video editor. If we had somebody who could just, throw videos together for us. Because I really want to record this game show.
So here's the thing.
And
there's no way we could record the game show without streaming it live. and I'm streaming it live would require so much effort to put together a Jeopardy-esque, for you behind the curtain that are listening to us right now, style game show where like there's 2 contestant booths, there's the host booth, which would really just be webcams that you're looking at, similar to how we used to have the 2 webcams, and then an overlay of the board, and then animations anytime we brought up a question, that there's going to be close to 40 fucking questions. And Robin's just like, it would be cool if we could stream this. Yeah, absolutely it could. But realistically, that's a ton of work to do. I would have to be the one to do it. So I would be managing it at the same time I'm participating in it. And on top of all that shit, I don't know if anyone would fucking watch. There's only 19 people here watching right now.
If anybody wants to be our like intern producer person that doesn't get paid because we don't make money, that would be amazing.
Here's what I will say. If the episode does well, because it's going to be an audio version of a game show, which I think are very fun to do, especially with the proper sound effects, and people like it and they want another one, I am more than happy to do a second one and do a live stream. So if you guys listen to it and you enjoy it, comment on our posts and say this was super cool, this was great, and let us know. Because like we did Fall of the House of Usher, we read that.
Yep, that was fun.
Didn't hear fucking anything. Like barely any feedback from literally anyone. I was like, this is why some years we skip Halloween. Because it sometimes is a lot of effort to do something. I'm just like, no one even gave a fuck. And I'm sure people enjoyed it. We didn't hear anything. So it's like, we don't hear anything. We don't even know if people like listening to it.
When we did, what was the other one? The Telltale Heart with Garrett. He did a lot of work.
Ton of work. We got a lot of feedback on that one. So we knew like, oh, cool. People like this.
Yeah.
But it's just the way it is. Let's keep moving. All right. Face says, it did sound like Adam had mercury poisoning. LOL. Chunk said, awesome. You both spoil us. Snark says, eating again, Adam, LOL. What the fuck
eating?
does that mean?
I don't know. I have no idea.
Vay says, LOL, I'm also like that. I don't ever hear my husband walking up behind me. And he promises he's not trying to be quiet. I literally stomp and announce my presence when I walk into the room sometimes, and she still gets scared.
When I worked for Clark County, my coworkers, they knew, because I worked there for almost 6 years, they knew, like, to knock on my cube before they came in. Otherwise, I would jump. Like, I would always freak out. I think that happens less now to me because my face literally faces my entrance at my cube. So
yeah, they would have to like set you up where you could never be surprised to avoid you screaming in the office all the time.
I mean, my monitor at work though is this. Have I ever shown you my monitor at work? It's gigantic.
Like it's that one back there.
No. My monitor is like 2 times the size of that.
There's no fucking way. That thing is like 42 inches.
I have a TV.
Your monitor's an 84 inch.
No. Like, it's like, take that and double it and put it underneath and then maybe make it bigger on the side. That's my monitor.
Okay.
I have a TV as a monitor.
That's so silly.
But
silly. All right, let's keep moving here. All right. Snark says, I am startled quite easily when I am reading the number of times I've cursed a supervisor who startled me at work. That's funny. Chunk says, LOL, ASMR, gulp, gulp. I think that was when I was
about making the drinks.
Yeah, for sure. Faye says, Max Verstappen is unstoppable. He's so fucking good.
You're never Verstappen him.
So good. I never thought I would get into F1 until I watched Netflix show.
Yeah, Drive to Survive is like so the gateway drug, right?
It's so fucking good.
It's just, oh man.
Amelia P says, woo, finally able to make a live. Hello, Welcome. Speaker fan. Glitch says, I remember my first Red Bull. Snark says, the Netflix show is a gateway into F1 for many people. Captain Fake Eye says, LOL, we jinxed 2020 by saying all those things.
Yeah. Well,
I'm going to burn through these, babe.
Okay. Go.
Snark says, biscuits and gravy. Snark says, Carlos Sainz.
My boyfriend.
Eve over there on YouTube says, so happy for you guys. Something great for some of my favorite folk. Thank you. Faye says, Carlos is pretty hot.
But everybody loves Charles. Charles, like, everyone's favorite.
I like that he is the salt of the earth type of person. He didn't come from money. He did have someone, like, finance his way through getting into F1. But it's like he is not from wealth. You know, and a lot of these guys are. I'm going to keep going. Snark says to Faye, he's like 60% of the reason why I care. Faye says, hi, I like that his cousin and dad are all named Carlos. That's so funny. Chunk says the eye roll. Glitch says, I mean, I would watch. I would watch. I need to learn. Let's do it. Spring Snow says, Scaryish, unpaid intern. God, unpaid internships are just not nice. I don't like proposing that. Faye says, I mean, before the baby, I would volunteer, but now I have 0 time. Eve says, I love your reading.
Oh, thank you.
And Faye says, Charles Leclerc seems so cool. I agree.
He's definitely one of my favorite people.
I believe he's the prettiest of all of them too. I've had 2 drinks. We have 5 drink redemptions. We have 3 more to go. So I'm gonna hit these.
Oh, I've definitely drank way more than you.
And then I'm gonna start. Yeah, sure you have. And then I'm gonna start the first half of the long email, which I'm going to get on the screen right now.
Oh my god.
It is a long boy. I'm going to do the intro and the first one, and then you can do the other two when we come back from commercial break.
Okay.
And then I'll do the last one, and then we'll be done. And we'll do Marvels, and then I get to play World of Warcraft again. I can't wait. I'm so excited.
You have no idea
Season of
how
Discovery
much
has been so
playing
cool.
World of Warcraft.
This new mode came out yesterday that takes the original game, adds a bunch of new shit into it in a different way, and it's just been super fun. I've only had like 8 hours to play it so far, but like the weekend is here. And it's gonna get good.
I'm going to be processing all the pins this weekend for the ones that say, what does it say? Like, let's talk Scaryish, I think it says. And those are going to be the Patreon rewards for Christmas. So I'm going to be doing those. I have to make up for last season, so I'm going to be doing a couple extra stickers that I will also be packaging into those pin packages too. So if you guys are Badge of Honor patrons and above, you'll be getting like a bigger than usual package to make up for 2 seasons for Christmas. So that's cool.
Our specialty, bigger than usual packages.
What the freak?
Haha. Anyways, dick jokes aside, gonna mark it. We're gonna pause right there reading the chat, and we're gonna get into the second email. Sound good?
Yeah.
Cool. All right, we're gonna go ahead and move into the next and very long email. And this one's subject is feel free to share. God damn it. I already fucked it up. Look at that. Feel free to read and share Storytime, my dreams lately. It's a long one, but it lets us know everything we need to know. And the email starts like this. Hi, Adam and Robin.
Hello.
Hello. And the rest of the Spooky fam. Now you all have to fucking say hello.
Hello.
Hello. Ryan here. Back at it with the crazy dream stories. Took some time to slow things down and finally put these things in writing for the pod.
Nice.
Thank you. I know it's hard sometimes to like carve out time to sit down and write something out. And in a lot of instances, when you do it, you realize this is longer than I thought it would be. And in some cases, if it's something that's like near and dear or like painful, you're like, this is kind of hard to write. So thank you so much to everyone who sits down and actually writes their stuff out and sends it to us. I know it's not easy, but we do appreciate it. I'm going to keep going now. It gives me great pleasure to contribute and be part of this community. It's a long one, so feel free to divide and edit as you see fit. Sorry, not sorry for the long entry. Heart. It's a heart.
Heart.
It doesn't say heart. Either way. Heart. Anyone who has dabbled in the occult will find this saying to be true. If you reach out to the other side will reach back to you. In my experience, the quote-unquote other side has reached out to me.
Like that?
I don't know. Has reached out to me mostly in my dreams. These stories I will share today are a few of the dreams that carried messages from the other side, messages that have become pillars of my spiritual practice. And this first story is called Divine Dreams. It's a question mark. It's not spelled out.
So divine dreams.
Well, it's in parentheses too. So divine dreams is how I would read that.
Okay.
The night I did my first quote unquote spell, I had 2 separate dreams.
Why do you gotta?
Because it's in quotes. It needs to be said specially.
All right.
The spell called for a candle to completely burn down, with the melted down wax to be collected and examined for patterns afterwards. Kind of like reading tea leaves, it sounds like. If you hear ice clinking, it's because Robin's an alcoholic and she's drinking at 4 in the afternoon. What? Anyways, I'm going to have to sip my beer. We drink sometimes during the live shows. Fucking deal with it, okay? Sue us. God, you're not my dad.
Don't sue us.
I don't think they can, but if you can, don't. All right, anyways, the candle I picked was tall and thick and took the whole night to burn. Damn, this is getting hot. Bouts of drowsiness came and went, but I remember dozing off and dreaming twice. In my first dream, I was walking by the beach. There was nothing remarkable with the place except for a huge clam on the shore. There is so much to read into this
Tall,
story,
thick
man.
candle with a clam on the
Huge
shore.
clam on the shore. The waves crashed against it.
Stop.
And as I approached it, the clam opened.
I
Whoa, this is getting
Okay,
fucking weird. I need to stop reading it like this because
yeah.
I'm taking it in a completely different direction than it needs to be, and I don't think this was meant to be sexual. Especially since I just read the next sentence. Like, you can like skip ahead sometimes with your brain.
Yeah.
And I don't want it to get deeper into the whole like sex thing. So I apologize for that. Here we go. Strings of pearl beads spilled from the inside. There was also a light, a blinding light that emanated from the clam. I shielded my eyes from the intense brightness, but I could make out a silhouette of a woman with long, flowing hair.
Okay.
There was something dignified about this
It's a
figure,
mermaid.
like I should kneel out of reverence. but there was also an overwhelming sense of calm and comfort. I wasn't afraid, but when she stretched her hand to me, I found myself hesitating. And then I woke up. The candle was now melted halfway.
Oh, wow.
Just a few hours more, I told myself. A few hours later, I dozed off and dreamt again. This time, I was in a forest. I could only see the silhouettes of trees, as the entire place was covered in mist. I noticed that my field of vision was lower than usual, like I was crawling on all fours. Sorry. I could hear the crunch of the dried leaves as I moved. The mist grew, and just as I was about to panic, I heard a deep voice. Follow my voice. No, I shouldn't. I don't want to be in that.
Your voice.
I wish I could just edit in fucking James Earl Jones's voice right now. Follow my voice, and no matter how dark it will get, you can still use your eyes, it said. Sure enough, darkness soon covered the forest, but somehow I could still see where things were. I followed the source of the voice, and soon I arrived at a river. Look into the water, the voice said. So I looked. Staring back at me was a tiger, majestic and serene looking. Now it all made sense, my altered field of vision and my ability to see in the dark.
Oh.
Although I did not feel any presence of danger, there was something ominous this time, like I was being supervised or judged, and that I shouldn't disappoint whoever was watching me. That feeling soon faded away as I was pulled back into the waking world.
It's like you warged into a tiger or something.
Yeah, or you just dreamed that you were your spirit animal or something along those lines. The candle was completely melted down now, and I gathered the candle wax that formed. I realized that the first dream looked like a Renaissance painting, but I couldn't tell which one. I did some research later in the morning and stumbled upon the image of the Birth of Venus, Sandro Botticelli's masterpiece. I also researched about tigers and their link to the divine, and the most common result I got was about tigers being sacred to Shiva, the Hindu god of destruction.
Interesting.
It seems I must choose. It seems I must choose which of these influences from the other side I have to let in. But looking at the clam-shaped wax, God fucking damn it, the clam-shaped candle wax pattern in my hand, it appears the choice has been made for me. Interesting. I've never heard of this whole
the first one.
Yeah, the spell and the candle burning down and stuff like that. So. Super, super interesting, though. But that's where we're going to cut this one in half. We're going to take a commercial break. And then when we get back, Robin is going to read the other half of this email, which consists of 2 additional stories.
All right.
All right. See you on the other side.
So what would your spirit animal be?
An owl.
An owl?
I pay attention. And they visit me a lot.
I'd be a panda.
In weird ways. Oh, yeah, you would be. You're adorable.
I just want to eat all day.
Adorable, but if need be, absolutely fucking vicious. For sure. And clumsy as fuck. Yeah. 1000%. You're a panda.
Yeah. And I'm super clingy, you know, how those little baby pandas cling on to their caretakers.
They're adorable. Which is another trait that you have. All right. Let's keep scrolling. So the last thing we wrote was Charles Leclerc seems cool. Faye says he's too pretty. I don't like my men that pretty.
Yeah, he's very pretty. I think that's why I like Carlos a little bit more than Charles, because Charles, he is very pretty and seems like he cares about how he looks a little bit more. I've watched an interview with Carlos where Carlos is like, I don't even use conditioner. I wash my hair once with shampoo. That's it. And that, I mean, come on.
I mean, same.
But yeah, I think Carlos would have to be like the hottie boobalati.
Okay, I can see that. All right. Endomatrix says, are you streaming your gameplay? I almost did, but then I was like, I don't know if anyone will watch. And this is the reason why I don't really stream a whole lot anymore. My ability to sit down and play, just keep going, is very limited. I can usually do it some on lunch break, which is at most an hour. And then maybe for an hour before Robin gets home, and then we sit down. I usually go and cook. We sit down and eat. We might come into the office. We might not. And I don't really know what we're going to do, so I don't have any consistent schedule. So it's kind of unfair for folks that want to watch. And it's kind of unfair for me who might want to play at 10:30 at night.
Yeah.
When no one's watching and I can get it. If I want to stay up till 2 o'clock in the morning like I did last night to get in some hours, that's what I want to do. I could always just stream it and then people could watch the VOD, but I don't know. I just kind of don't. So maybe I will, though. I know there's some folks who might want to watch. Mr. Bleach over there on YouTube says, hi. What up, Mr. Bleach? Thank you for joining us. Glitch says, hello. 2 people said hello.
The Snark says, longest spell ever. It's a Shelder, which is
That's
the Pokemon. Funny. Enzo Matrix says, sounds like Adam may have a job in voice acting for some spicy novels.
I have been doing, okay, there's a couple of things we gotta cover. I have been doing some voice acting on the side, so I'm a professional voice actor now. I'm not part.
You got to get that little card.
I'm not part of the Screen Actors Guild yet, but yeah, I'm a professional voice actor who gets very little work, but some work. Enzo Matrix said that, and then Snark said Adam's smut voice. Okay, this is a true story. So I once like answered the phone, like kind of drunk at a friend's party, and they're like, "Hey, convince this girl to come to the party." And I was just like, "How?" They're like, "Be sexy."
This is before he ever met me.
This is before I even moved out here, and I was like, "All right." And I didn't know I had a sexy voice. So I was like, "Hi," and it came out of me. I was like, "What the fuck was that?" Everyone started laughing immediately, and then I was just like, "Just talk like normal." And then she actually did come over, and she was just like, "Wow, you guys are boring." And I was like, "I know, but you thought we were cool when I talked to you on the phone."
Oh my god.
Charisma only translates via audio medium.
Snark says, makes me want a hot dog real bad. What the frick? Enzo Matrix says, oddly in the mood to go buy a tall, thick candle.
Wow. Who isn't?
Let's see. Captain Fake Eye says, some of us would watch because we're up with the baby anyway. That's freaking funny. Maybe you should. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe I should. I know. I watch Esfand. Esfand is like a super chill dude who plays Alliance, and I really enjoy his analysis of the game. He does a lot of other stuff, but now he's come back to WoW for this, so I fucking watched him till 2 o'clock last night. I woke up. He had already gone to. He had streamed longer than I was awake for like 18 hours. He went to sleep, woke up, started streaming again. So by the time I woke up, he was streaming again. So I'm just like, I can't do that, and I don't want to think that I have to emulate a streamer like that.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? But I also think like they really do set the bar super fucking high. So Snark says, honestly, the supernatural part is that the house didn't catch fire because he kept falling asleep with the fucking candle.
With the candle on. It's funny because I left a candle on, and my aunt was the one that came and blew out the candle in the morning.
She does it a lot. Sleepy Shark says, hi, what up, Sleepy Shark? Thank you for joining us.
Yeah.
Andrew Matrix says, I would just stream for fun. You may find some new people and convert them to Scaryish.
Did you know there's a shark that sleeps upside down?
Oh,
yeah. It looks like it's dead, but it's just sleeping.
Just chilling out?
Yeah, I forgot what type of shark it is, but yeah, I saw a video.
What if great whites slept that way? Like you're just traveling through the ocean, you see like a bunch of fucking great whites, like just 20 to 30 foot fucking upside down sharks. You'd be like, what is happening? Everyone be quiet. I Want Dinner says, dang, Adam Smooth high. Kind of made me want to turn down the lights and put on some smooth jazz. Nailed it.
Take him.
All right.
Take him any day.
Fucking rude. Rude as shit, bro. Like 2 or 3 times a day, she does something like random and she goes, do you love me? But I do one thing, like use my sexy smooth voice, and now she's like, get rid of him. I don't want him. All right, I'm going to mark it. Robin's going to get into the second half of this email, and we will finish this thing off. Shut up. Yeah, I saw the thing that said beads and pearls. I was just like, I need to stop being like sexual about this, because it did not look like it was intended to be written that way as a joke, and I was taking that a little bit far, and I was like, we're getting to the beads part. There's no coming back from that. So, all right, marking it right now.
Don't tell people what you're into, bro.
I don't tell anyone what I'm into, except you. Money. I like cash.
Now all I have in my head is my money don't jiggle jiggle.
It folds. We used to joke around about like what the worst pickup lines were to use on someone, and then if they laughed, they were like cool, and you knew you could hang out with them. And then when I would always tell people like, "Hey, go like hit on that chick at the bar," like, what do I say? I'm like, ask her if she would like a drink or would she rather have the cash.
No, you did not.
I don't think anyone actually went and said that to someone.
Oh my god.
But that's still, to me, my favorite pickup line. Like, there's a lot of other ones. I get it. That's my favorite funny one. Because if you say that to someone and they fucking laugh, even if they're like, I'll take the cash, like, they have a good sense of humor.
No, Adam's like, pickup line is, the only chapstick I have is on my lips.
One, it was true at the time. I wasn't saying it to be suggestive. I was just saying I just used the last of my chapstick. It's not my fault that she was immediately like, does he want me to kiss him?
That is not what I thought. I was like, what a fucking creeper.
It's a lie. It's a lie.
Anyway.
Are you going to read your shitty shit or what? Fuck, let me get you your extra mouse since you can't be trusted to use mine.
I don't need to scroll. I'm just reading
that.
Yeah,
you do.
Oh, I'm reading the rest?
I said you're reading the next 2 stories.
Oh, okay. Holy fucking shit. All right. All right, so this next story is titled Feast and Famine, okay?
Okay.
So there are times...
Same author as the last one we did.
Yes, because we're back from the break. Welcome for joining us on the second half of this episode. We're still in that same email. Okay. There comes a time in a tarot reader's journey When they have to expand, they're learning.
Okay.
After studying the meaning of each of the 78 cards, one must learn the meaning of said cards when reversed. The cards have different connotations when reversed, usually the opposite of the upright version, or a delay in achieving the promised upright meaning. But some practices would say that this is not necessary, and in my laziness, I adopted it as my truth. It came to bite me in the ass one day when someone asked for a reading, and although the card was reversed, I interpreted it as if it was upright. She asked if her ex was going to come back, to which I said, yes, he will, in 10 days. And so, in 10 days, she messaged me. He did come back, she said, but only to get his things. He found someone else.
Well, I mean, be more specific about your questions. That's the monkey paw thing, right?
Hearing the heartbreak in her voice filled me with guilt. I already knew something was off. The reversed cards themselves said so, and yet I ignored my intuition because I was too lazy to expand my knowledge. Later that night, I had a dream that I will never forget. There was a large round table in front of me, a full-course meal laid out. 3 women invited me to sit down.
Hell yeah. Sorry.
They seemed kind and reserved. Yeah. Okay, guys, if you watch it on YouTube, okay, you can see.
Yeah, there's more pervy stuff before.
No,
this
but
break.
you can see my face is just like, I cannot even with you right now. Anyway, they seemed kind and reserved and sat in front of me. I ate along with them, and later on, comma, it's in the wrong spot. And later on, a tall hooded figure approached the opposite side of me. The 3 women stood as the cloaked figure sat down. To my surprise, he didn't eat, but instead nodded at one of the women. The woman nodded back and then snapped her finger. In a blink of an eye, the food I was feasting on was rotting. There were maggots on the huge roasted chicken on the table. Everything edible was now decaying. The woman began to speak in my mother tongue and with authority. We would like to remind you of all the gifts we have bestowed upon you, and that comes with a price. These blessings came to you easily, but we can take them away with the same ease as well as you have seen here. My mind translated it as, get your shit together.
Yeah.
Needless to say, I woke up with a renewed sense of purpose. I expanded my repertoire, and I did my best to listen to my intuition. To this day, one of my biggest fears is that when I lay out my cards, I would no longer feel any connection, that I could not see them as anything more than just pretty drawings.
That is a fear for sure.
Yeah.
There is one thing in the story, too, that calls out to me, and that's the fact that you said you were going to do your best to listen to your intuition, which does remind me of a movie that I saw in the 90s.
Is it Speed?
Yeah, and that's the thing about intuition. I'm kidding. I'm not going to go through that again. Seriously, though, watch Speed. I'm not going to joke around about this. I'm being very serious. Since I mentioned Speed in the first email, my head has had a constant loop of dun 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 dun
Yeah.
dun dun, because that song is awesome too. Anyways,
Speed is just good. Don't watch Speed 2. It's stupid. But Speed 1, very good.
This is true.
Speed 2 doesn't have Keanu Reeves in it. And it's on a boat.
I love Sandra Bullock, but her Sandy B, whatever. That's what that word is. Sandy B needs to have Kukunu with her. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, sometimes when I go to the beach, I get Sandy P.
Jesus. All right. I did want to talk about the entire idea of like reading tarot cards, because we obviously did a reading. I think it'll be worth us going back. We should get the fucking Kang gang out here. We should get the JJ Obsession. We should get the JJ Obsession out here, and we should re-listen to our predictions that we did.
Yeah, and see how they are.
And see how they turned out. Because I don't remember fucking anything about our readings.
Yeah.
So definitely, I think it's something where because we just got that deck, we had no connection to it. We didn't even know what we were going to be looking at. And we've never really studied, and I was just using that app to go through stuff. It's a bit different than feeling very connected with it. But I could understand feeling connected to something and then fearing that connection could be severed. So
yeah.
All right. One more story to go from this email.
All right. So this next or last story of this email is titled Shared Sight. It goes, my friend and I are at the stage in our lives where everyone around us is getting married, having children, and just spending their life with a significant other in one form or another.
It's the worst.
It's the worst. I think all your friends are already married or have kids, and
I have one of them that's been married twice. I have one of them that's been married. Well, they've been married once, but they're not divorced. And like, Yeah, like you kind of like compare the things that you've always done with your friends over the years and like start to deviate a little bit. I don't think I have like one friend who's not married, but he's like in a long-term relationship for like the last 4 or 5 years. So I understand how that could feel weird. Like I'm 38. I don't have any kids yet. I want kids, you know? So it's just like, okay, I had a friend who got pregnant at 21. I was there. I was at the hospital when that kid was born. And guess what? He can fucking drive now. He can vote next year. So it's just like, okay, cool. I might want to get a move on that. But yeah.
So it continues. We, however, are still thinking and wondering about the TOTGAs, the one that got away. And he, my friend, would ask me in my cards every now and then what his life would be if his, you know, the one that his Totka.
Call it a Totka.
Saw him as more than just a friend, but as a romantic partner.
I need to pause. And I'm sorry I've interrupted this email so much. There's a really good joke in a not so great movie called Funny People. And they say, the one that got away. Romantic people have that, and serial killers have that.
Stop!
it's kind of true.
Oh my God.
So when I heard that, I was just like, man, I hope it's not going to be the other one. I hope it's going to be the romantic kind. Robin drinks to tolerate me.
And to us, it seemed like the natural progression of things. The one that got away, his family, knew my friend intimately.
Just say the Toka's family.
The Toka's family, the person that got away.
You said he. You assigned a gender to it, and you don't know that.
What? You're right. Okay, you're right. I'm wrong.
Robin, God.
Okay, so the Toka, their family, knew my friend intimately to the point where he comes and goes to their house at his pleasure. The Totka's siblings confide a lot of things to my friend, as if he was their own sibling too. It seemed to be a question that gnawed at his soul, as every iteration of the answer had one common denominator. His Totka is not and will never be ready to love again, at least not in the way my friend wants him to. Fast forward a couple of months since him asking this question. I was having this dream that was just utterly gay. I dreamt that I was teaching choreography of a dance to some girls at a dance studio. The song was We Like to Party by the Venga Boys. I don't know what song that is.
I don't either. What song did you think they were going to say? Like, was there a song that just started playing in your head?
No.
I immediately thought Hungry Like the Wolf was going to be that song.
I like that song.
Don't know why, but that's the song I thought they were going to say.
It's a good song. It's a detail I wish I didn't remember, but it is what it is. Wow. I don't know what that song is. Maybe it's a good song. I don't know.
Do you want me to look it up right now and I can edit it?
No, it's all right.
No, I don't give a fuck. What?
I'm going to stick my finger in your mouth.
She does it all the time. It's so annoying. Don't yawn around Robin. Unless you want to taste her fucking finger. She doesn't wash her hands either.
Oh my God, that is not true.
I'm totally kidding, obviously.
We were just having fun dancing when all of a sudden my vision in the dream became blurry. I could see outlines of the figures and colors, but I could no longer see any details. One of the girls approached me and kind of wiped my eyes. My vision became a tad clearer, but it was still blurry for the most part. Then she said, "Let someone else have your vision for a little while, okay?" I woke up, rubbing my eyes vigorously. Much to my relief, my vision was still 20/20. It was just a few hours before work, so I took the time to prepare food before heading to work. A few minutes later, my friend messaged me. He had just woken up from the most vivid dream he's ever had of him and his Totka. He narrated how, in this dream of his, he and his Totka were living this idyllic, domestic life. They were surrounded by the Totka's welcoming family. He mentioned that I was there too, and then he mentioned how I wiped his eyes and said, "Hey, look at you, not wearing glasses." That's cute. You see, my friend is legally blind. He could only see vague figures and shapes with his naked eyes. So everywhere he goes, he wears his glasses. He wouldn't even dare leave his room without his glasses. So him not wearing glasses was indeed something strange. I told him of my dream after he shared this, and we deduced that maybe at that time that my vision was blurring in the dream, his dream was of him and his Totka in total clarity.
Nope.
What the fuck? And we deduced that maybe at the time that my vision was blurring in his dream of him and his Totka in total clarity began. There you go.
You still read it wrong, but it's fine.
What? No, I didn't.
You said his dream, blurring in his dream. It's blurring in the dream. But you got it right the first take, so I can just mash up those two takes together and get one perfect sentence.
You're stupid. The realm of dreams is a strange place, but one thing is for sure. Our lives will surely be intertwined from this point on. Well, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, I really like those.
I like to think that dreams can be joined like that. I don't know how often that actually happens.
You have to have a suitcase and a bunch of tubes running to people's wrists. They never really explain it, but you don't want to go 3 deep. That's all you really need to know.
He's talking about Inception. There are people in this new generation that have never seen Inception.
Well, yeah, there's people in every generation
I know,
that have never seen a lot of movies.
But like, there are some people that have never heard of Inception.
I mean, that's you got to be like, what, 2011 it came out? 2010 maybe? No, it's even, yeah, probably 2010, 2011, right around there. So,
Inception is one of the greatest movies.
I think it's a great movie. I think there's a lot of one of the greatest
layers
movies.
to it, just like Inception.
No, not at all what I was saying. So I like that you tried to tie it in like you were going to catch me and you were so far off. I do think it's a really good movie. Here's the thing. There are 2 types of people that watch things and just consume like media and songs and books. People that want open-ended, like up for interpretation, and people that want answers. You know, so people that like watch Inception, some people are like, I don't like it because I don't have the definitive answer. And some people are like, it doesn't fucking matter. Like,
that's the point.
That's the point is that it doesn't matter. He gets to be with his kids. It doesn't matter if he's awake or if he's asleep. And there's people like me who's like kind of on both like the same sides. I understand what the movie's going for. I understand that the messages doesn't matter. But at the same time, there was a definitive answer and they never told anyone. And I don't know if you know this, but I'm spoiling the end of Inception for you if you don't. He was awake. That's how the movie actually ended.
Because any scene
with Michael Caine in it, he was awake.
Yeah.
And the only person that knew that was Michael Caine, because he said he would only accept the script from Christopher Nolan if he told him when he was awake. And that's what he told him. You're in every scene you're in, it's in the waking world. So there you go. Anyways, good emails. Sorry. Talked over that. Holy shit. I keep doing that. I gotta stop drinking beer when we do these.
You barely drank anything.
Babe, kiss my ass. I absolutely have. You just do this all the time. You're not 19-year-old counting my shots. You've only had 6 shots. I've had 10 shots. Fuck you. How about that? Look at this. She drinks so much. This is a fucking thimble.
That's my 3rd one.
This is a double shot at most.
That's my 3rd one.
Okay, cool. She just drinks so much, y'all.
You want me to drink more?
No, I want you to stop bitching at me because my beer's not empty yet. You barely drank. Kiss my balls.
I want to touch it.
Okay, here you go. That was my hand. I didn't pull my dick out. Stop fucking hitting me. We gotta wrap this shit up and move on to the next email.
Okay, got it.
Say something to wrap it up. This was your email.
Oh, thank you so much for sharing that email with us. We really appreciate it.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, pause. Jesus, here's my fucking beer can. How much are you getting paid?
It's not even halfway.
It is halfway. You fucking liar.
Like
get a cup and hold it up to my beer can. See if you can hear where it's at. You're so full of shit, Robin.
It's not hearing it where it's at. You're feeling it.
You're so full of shit. It's not fucking believable. Let's read what you folks had to say. All right. Snark says, hot dog, real bad quote, is a Jennifer Coolidge joke. I don't know who she is. Oh, it's the fucking chick from, God, what is that movie? Legally Blonde, I think. Are you going to keep scrolling? Snark says, I played too much D&D to not word my questions. Better than that. Glitch says to the Snark, I read it in that voice, thank God. LOL. Snark says, we got to catch Adam and Robin up in gay culture.
Yeah, I don't know enough.
I barely know, like, the cultures.
Tell me more.
My own culture, I don't know that much, so. All right. Snark says, I have a deck of tarot cards. I will 100% do a reading. Cool. I Want to Dinner says, every healthy relationship leads to alcoholism. That's hilarious. All right. Snark says, I'm pretty sure it's the Six Flags song. Bum, 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 bum. All right. Glitch says, they're white girl wasted. Oh, no. I remember my first beer. Ha, 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 ha. Amelia P says, baha, y'all are hilarious and adorable.
I don't remember my first beer. That was like over 10 years ago.
Yeah. Ooh. Hardcore, Robin. I'm 38. My first beer was like 28 years ago. I was 10. You're like, I want to know what it tastes like. So you have a fucking beer with your friends.
That's... What?
How could you take a beer that didn't belong to you from your parents? Doesn't taste good. No one said it tasted good. All right. Enzo Matrix resubscribed for 22 months. Like 38 minutes ago and I missed it. And they said, oh, hello.
Hello.
Sup. All right.
Oh, you're going to chug the rest? Chug, chug, chug.
No, because I'm a grown-ass fucking man and I drink at my leisure. Not to impress anyone, Robin.
You don't want to impress me?
You obviously aren't impressed with how
Did
much
you
I can
know-
drink, because every time I tell you a story about the fact that I used to crush a 30 case, you'd be like, I don't understand how
Did
can
you
do
know
that."
I'm this close to being a cougar?
Yeah, 35.
Isn't that freaking insane?
You're not a cougar, though. You're not single.
I know,
Are you
but
hunting younger men,
no,
Robin?
but that's like the age. I'm almost at that age.
How old are you?
34.
Okay. You're 1 year closer to being a cougar than I am to being fucking 40. 40, y'all. Holy shit.
Bro.
My beer was 28 years ago, Robin. That's 6 years older than you. Anyways, my tattoo is 22. I want you to says, my dad let me try beer at about 8 years old because he knew I wouldn't like it. Exactly. That's why parents kind of like leave a beer out for your fucking idiot kids to try, because it tastes like shit. Glitch says 30 pack. Damn. Yeah, it's called Old Style. It's a $10 30 pack. Tasted like water. And yeah. Anyways. Pink Penguin said, I had some sake recently and it tasted like perfume.
I think sake is definitely hit or miss.
Sake to me tastes like either good or bad.
I think
Vodka, but in a different like type of filtration. I
think
guess.
a good way for people to get into starting to drink sake, because sometimes it's an acquired taste, is to start with a nigori, which is like a fruitier type one. Because strawberry nigori, you don't even taste any of the booze in it. It just tastes delicious.
Snark says, are you hunting younger men? Always. Literally said, I thought cougars were 40. What happened?
Yeah,
No.
35.
It's always been 35. I used to have a
35.
softball team when I was like 20 called the Cougars, and it was a picture of Demi Moore on our shirts. Snark says also 30 pack. Jesus, that's a lot of beer. Yeah, but it's like light beer. And you're at a party for like 6 hours, so you crush what? 8? No, 4 an hour. I don't know. It's like 5 an hour basically.
Lizard Tree says, my oldest is about to turn 18. I feel old. Yeah, but you don't look like it. You look amazing. Like incredibly amazing. How do you keep it? How?
I'm What's There says, I have had both really good warm sake and a sake that tasted like rubbing alcohol no matter the temp. That is my experience with sake as well. Sometimes you take a drink of it and you're just like, ooh, and then sometimes you're just like, oh, it's good. And it's like hit or miss. I have no idea which brands are good and which brands are not. So, Lizard says, you're so sweet, Robin. Thank you.
I'm not sweet. I'm telling the truth.
You can be both.
I just hurt inside.
Wow. Which says, I love sake and soju. Soju is good. I like soju.
Soju is good.
So he says, oh man, I feel old because I just had a kid. LOL. There's lots of people that have kids when they're young. I'm sure they don't feel old just because they had a kid. They, probably feel like the weight of the world on their shoulders from all the responsibility, but not like old. My boss is like 55. He just went and hung out with his dad for Thanksgiving, who's like 80. And he's like, my dad can still like outbench me. He's like, what, like age is just a number.
I just realized my dad is 68.
My dad is 68.
I just realized that yesterday.
Why?
Because
How?
I never thought about it. I never thought about the fact that my dad is almost 70.
Yeah.
My dad is almost 70.
Here's the thing that freaked me out. I was talking to my dad when he was out here for Thanksgiving, and we were just sitting there bullshitting. And we were talking about my grandfather and my grandmother. We were just talking about like cooking and like where we learned to like make certain food. And he said 5 more years. I was like, what's in 5 more years? I thought he was talking about like more money from Social Security or something like that. And he goes, if I live 5 more years, I'll have outlived my dad. And I was just like, fuck, I forgot my grandfather had a stroke. He had medication that he stopped taking because he was so concentrated on taking care of my grandmother when I was in 7th grade. So I think it was 98 or 97, 98. And he had a stroke when he was 72. And I was just like, fuck, I never thought about that. That's what my dad would be thinking about. This close to 70 isn't the number 70, it's the number 72. Because, like, that's how old his dad lived. So you always compare yourself. Like, I always know I am exactly kind of 30 years younger than my dad. I'm off by about, like, 20 days. So.
My grandpappy on my mom's side is still alive.
Yep.
He's, like almost 90?
Yep. My mom's dad, which is why she's back in the Midwest, is 99. You know? So
that's
it's
crazy.
like, that's old. And if I
are you looking forward to the big century?
If I split the diff, if I go 80, then I at 40 will be at the halfway mark.
Oh my god.
That's fucking scary to think about. But the back half is supposed to be better than the front half. So anyways, let's stop getting so esoteric and terrifying about this whole thing called life and aging. And gonna scroll up just a tiny bit and I'll read this last one and then we'll do marbles. We can talk about more stuff that makes me super depressed if I think about it too much.
But think about it. if we die, this podcast will live in perpetuity forever.
Yeah, unless people stop listening to it, and then Spotify is just like, delete.
Oh, that would be so sad.
All right, here we go. Y'all ready for this? Anyways. All right, this one's subject is no subject.
Okay.
Goes like this. Hey, y'all.
Hey, y'all.
Hello.
I mean, yeah, I guess hey, y'all. Hey.
It's Cheyenne again. I think Cheyenne had a story last week. Yeah, remember when we used to do these weekly? Last story time. I have kind of a weird story for you. It has to do with an imaginary friend, which I'm excited about because we had an email last show about imaginary friend. It didn't come from Cheyenne. It came from someone else about their brother.
Who had an imaginary friend.
Imaginary friends. That was the whole, like, one of them touched me. They've never been able to touch me before.
Yes.
That creeped me the fuck out.
Yeah.
I will never forget that. So maybe this one will be that creepy too. All right, a bit of background info. My house is a long rectangle, and on one end is the kitchen and a living room that leads into a hallway with 2 rooms on either side and 1 at the end. Okay, pretty good description. The room at the end used to be mine, but now it's my brother's.
Is it haunted?
When I was in the bedroom at the end of the hall, I had mirrors on every wall and a window on one.
I already don't like that.
Robin doesn't like a lot of mirrors. You know, some people have like those sliding mirror doors for their closets. Yeah. If we walk into a house and we're house hunting or whatever,
instant no.
She's like, fuck no. Like, I'll be like, you can take the doors off. She's like, no, the mirror people live here. We're not moving in. It's just something that is an absolute deal breaker when it comes to seeing it. Anyways, okay. Lots of mirrors and a window. And at the age of 6, I had an imaginary friend that looked like a doll that had been given to me by my great-grandmother for my birthday.
Okay.
Her name was Miss Betty, and she was an old Chinese lady with a tight bun on the highest point of her head and a long purple dress with lace on the bottom and the neckline.
That's very specific.
She would always comfort me whenever my mom would yell at me, and she would help me with my homework. That's creepy to think an imaginary friend could give you answers on your homework, because then it's like, that's not an imaginary friend. That's a demon.
Yeah.
Or a ghost. When I was a little older, I was sitting at my desk doing math homework and crying because my mom had been yelling at me because I couldn't figure out fractions. In parentheses, still can't, but it's great. Fractions suck. I was looking out my window when I felt my hair being brushed onto my shoulder and someone began rubbing my back. I figured it was my mom, but I probably should have known better because she was mad at me, but that's how I justified it. When I turned around to look at the person behind me, I was met with my reflection in the mirror on the opposite wall. I brushed it off and forgot about it. Eventually, my brother and I switched rooms, but before we did, every time it would get brought up, I would feel very angry and possessive of that room, and I don't know why. On July 26th, 2023, when people give us exact dates, I get nervous.
Yeah.
I had I had finished a long day of coaching soccer, even though I hate kids, and it was very late.
What the frick?
My parents were out for dinner, so it was just my brother and I. I walked into the house and said, holy crap, dude, it was hotter than a bitch in a blanket, as I laughed. That's weird. I don't know how that compares, but okay. When he didn't laugh, I looked over at him and saw that he was very intently reading a book. I walked over to him, still holding my soccer bag and water bottle. When I leaned over, I saw it had been his journal from years before. He looked up and told me that I had to read that page. When I did, I saw a name that was very familiar, Miss Betty. He told me that he had talked about her a lot in his journal, but he could not remember her.
Wow.
Apparently, we both had the same I have fucking goosebumps. We both had the same imaginary friend while sleeping in the room at the end of the hall. I'm sure there's a logical explanation, but it's kind of whack. Anywho, thanks for reading, and I would be honored if you shared it on the podcast, but I completely understand if you don't. Well, we did, so deal with it. It was creepy and very good.
Yeah.
And again, another story of imaginary friends that makes me feel like they're not really imaginary friends. They're fucking ghosts that kids can see.
Children can see it. I think, like, as you grow older, you just don't see those things anymore. There's, like, a level of innocence that children have that you know, you don't block out those things.
Or you get told often enough by people, oh, they're just imaginary, and you start to believe it, and then they fade away.
Like in that amazing Constantine movie with
Constantine.
Keanu Reeves.
Where he has to disarm the bomb
Keanu
on the
Reeves,
bus if it goes lower than 50 miles an hour.
Keanu Reeves plays John Constantine. What is her name? Rachel Weisz is in it. Her character sees these ghosts, sees these entities her entire childhood with her twin sister, and she just tells herself enough times that she doesn't see them, and so she loses the ability to see them. And I think that's what happens to children. They just tell themselves they don't see it, they don't see it, they don't see it, and eventually they don't see it.
Yeah. It's an exercise in convincing yourself of something, and then all of a sudden it becomes your truth.
Delusion.
So, very creepy. I love hearing about imaginary friends, though, so thank you so much for sending that, Cheyenne. Anyone else out there who has any stories they'd like to send about anything, really, but imaginary friends especially, please send them our way. We'd love to hear them.
Yes.
All right. The fuck, you staring at me like
your
that?
Your tongue going, as you're talking.
We watched
every time it like touches your teeth or
all
something.
Right, you're fucking weird. When we watch Squid Game, the challenge, you get like 456 people to start, just like in Squid Game, and then they slowly get whittled down through the series of games. They don't die, unfortunately, but they do get eliminated. When you got down to like I think like 2/3, no, even further than that. There was one chick who was like brushing her teeth, and like they let them have a bathroom,
like brushes her tongue,
and she like stuck her tongue out to brush her tongue, and I was just like, holy shit, is she part snake? Her tongue was so fucking long.
Well, there's the episode with the cookies where they have to cut out the shapes from the cookies.
I don't want to talk about that episode.
And
it's gross because everyone just spits on it.
Everyone spits on their cookies, but
they're in the tin still. It's like
but there's multiple people licking the back of the cookie, and there's just multiple close-up shots of these people with their tongues out, just like. Seriously, go watch that show on Netflix.
Lick it to live. All right. Glitch Group says, I feel old with 0 kids, so it's fine. Chunk says, well, I can relate. My dad is 30 years older than me, and I am 32. Amelia P says, LOL, same Glitch. Snark says, I'm the youngest in my family by like over a decade, so fun. I'm the second youngest on one side and the youngest on the other side.
They're going to make the show just about licking those cookies, and it's going to be Lick to Survive.
Pink Penguin says, I think it's precious when people still have their grandparents far into adulthood. Me too. Enzo Mitch says, I'm actually 4 years older than my dad was. Wow. That's awesome that you're still around and you're doing it
It's
great.
Unfortunate, though.
Excuse me. Yeah, obviously it's unfortunate that you lost your dad. Enzo Mitch says, hadn't thought about that. I'm sorry to put that thought into your head. All right, I'm going to scooch a couple of things around so I can get marbles up and running.
All right. Glitch says, feels like... I'm going to burp and throw up in my mouth. Feels like old...
Well, you had a fucking shot and a half of vodka, so of course you're going to
I've had way more than that. Let's see. It feels like old times watching Scaryish at work.
That's hilarious.
Glitch says, wait till your knees sound like Rice Krispie treats. I could literally lift up one of my legs and my knee pops. Just lifting my leg up like this, it pops. Well, I'm taking that one. It's hotter than a bitch in a blanket.
I just don't think
it doesn't make sense.
I just don't think it's good.
When you're referring to the bitch, is it a dog?
Why is the bitch
Are you hotter than a dog in a blanket?
Hot? Usually if you're in a blanket, it's because you're cold.
No, but like when you're in the blanket and you're taking a nap, you sweat. So it is hot. I don't know.
It's so fucking hot. All right. So you guys know how this works. You've done marbles before. You got to be in Twitch first and foremost. Second most. You got to type an exclamation point vote, then a space, then the number that corresponds with the track you want to race. So let's go ahead and get those votes in there. We can continue discussing bitch in a blanket. I just think there's a lot of funnier stuff about how hot it is. Like, oh man, I was sweating more than a... I don't know. I don't want to say some of them because they're offensive and people might get upset. So I'm just going to get myself in the race, and then I'm also going to open up the betting once we get into the thing. Bump, 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 bump. It's stuck in my fucking brain!
Also, whoever's been ordering from my Etsy shop, you guys are amazing.
Don't stop.
Don't stop believing. Hold on to that feeling. Everything...
Streetlights.
I think is everything still on sale? Let me check.
Will is now watching Scaryish 2. What up, Will? Welcome to your first Scaryish ever. Thank you for joining the world. You will make it a better place. What should I vote for? Alright, I'm gonna go with the crowd. There's a lot of people voting for 12. I'm guessing because it's called Speed. Damn it. Damn it. Damn it.
Damn it. Damn it.
Alright. It looks like Enemy at the Gates is definitely going to be our track. Let's get some information on it. Looks like the record time ever was 1 minute 16 seconds. On average, it takes 1 minute 39 to finish locally.
Oh yeah, there's you
my
guys.
God.
Today's the last day for 20% off of everything on my Etsy shop. So if there's anything that you guys have wanted to get, 20% off right now. You guys can go
right
and do
now.
that.
Anyways, locally, we average a minute 43, really a minute 44. The record time is a minute 36, set by Chunkster on 11/11, the last time we streamed, which means we race this one often because we did it the last time we streamed. So I'm gonna click race. We're gonna get in there. Once we're in there, type in, whoa, a fucking opening cinematic. I do remember this one. Exclamation point play if you would like to get your marble on stream. Also, if you want to collect some of those sweet ass fucking good ghosties.
I'm What's for Dinner. Did you read theirs?
What? What?
They're what they said their go-to is about being.
No, because I changed the thing. I will read it as soon as I'm back, though. Or you can
All right.
read it if you want to look through the chat. All right, start a prediction. Who's gonna finish? Or excuse me, who will finish first or last longer?
I'm What's for Dinner says, sweated so much I'm wetter than a cheerleader on prom night. What the frick?
That is offensive,
Gross.
but hilarious. The one I always grew up with is I'm sweating like a whore in church,
What the frick?
which is rude because they're called sex workers now.
So okay.
All right.
Also, they go to church too. I'm
Who will
sure.
last longer / rank better? They're probably better people than most people that go to church. All
You know
right.
what? I have to agree with you.
All right. I grew up around a lot of fucking hypocrites that went to church, though. Okay, cool. Who will last longer / rank better? You got 2 minutes to vote on that. Also, you got 2 minutes to get your exclamation point play in. From now on, we only got 10 fucking marbles. Oh my god. Let me minimize this really fast. There we go. A sex worker in a house of worship. I like that. Cool.
All right, exclamation point play. If you're in here, we should have more than 10. We should have more than 10 marbles. If you're here,
Got
so
11
you might
now.
as well do exclamation point play.
Gonna need you to move
Come
all
out.
of your drinks.
I only have one drink.
Okay, cool. You have a drink, and then you have your fucking can of stuff that you're mixing with it, which is also a drink. Nope. You're moving your microphone to the spot where my arm needs to go so I can control the camera. Sweating like a sinner in church. I like that too.
Oh, I like that. Yeah.
Trying to think of a good one. Sweating like a Skankosaurus
What is
Rex in
that?
church.
What is that Panic at the Disco song
Which
about?
one?
Sinner.
It's a
Something.
long ass title. I write sin is not tragedies.
No, not that one. The lyrics in it have the word sinner or whatever.
That really narrows it down for Panic at the Disco.
I know.
54 more seconds to race. Also, don't forget to make your prediction. Oh my god, I might actually have fucking points to bet with. I have 482 points to bet with. 69% of people have bet on me, while 31% of people have bet on Robin. I shouldn't say people, more like points. Betting everything on myself. I still want to participate even though I'm a moderator.
Yeah, it always asks me, like, you won't get whatever if you participate. Do you still want to participate?
But you still get it.
Oh, you do?
Yeah, because that's not what the message actually says.
Oh, what does it actually say?
It says, like, are you sure you want to participate even though you're a modder or a mod because
I
like
see.
it might be all your sinners stand up,
conflict of
sing
interest.
hallelujah.
Yes. That, yes. Trash pandas. Mwah.
Well
yes.
done. All right, 8 seconds till we get to go, and the prediction is now closed. Let's see what happens in this race. Bum 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 bum. So I did
We're gonna
read.
have to watch Speed after
Oh yeah,
this.
for sure. I did read that in one of the challenges, if you've watched Squid Game, then you know the real show, not the challenge, or I should say the fictional show that came first. Had an event. Robin already fell off, so I won the prediction. BT Dubs. I fell off right after her though, because I was like, "That's all I needed to see. I'm out." That's fucking hilarious.
Oh!
Enzo Matrix is cruising right now. Amelia P is falling off. Enzo Matrix also dies. Missed the bridge. Trash Pandas is now first. This track is fucking awesome. But there's an event in Squid Game where they have to cross a glass bridge, and they basically have to guess 50-50 which of the panels the glitch has fallen off to. Elizabeth Tree is gonna fall off as well. Captain Fake Eye falls off. There's 3 marbles left, folks. Okay, if the Snark, Chunkster, and I'm What's for Dinner can make it to the end without dying, they're gonna finish 1, 2, 3. I don't know if I'm What's for Dinner. Oh wow, almost made it. Did make it through the bridge. Congratulations on that. The Snark still has to go through a few more obstacles, but it's looking like as long as he can avoid these pulsating rods, he might finish first. Anyways, the glass bridge, you know what it is. When they did it in the show, it looked very similar, and if they picked wrong, they fell. Found out, someone asked the producers about the falling part. They were pausing the game entirely, bringing in a stunt double, and making them fall. So it's like, how much of the show is even fucking real at that point? And I enjoyed the show immensely. That right there is the ball showing the record-setting pace set by Chungster, which will not be overtaken by the Snarked. He does, however, avoid the pulsating rods, takes first place, and is now entitled to 1 sticker from Robin's Kawaii Corner.
Yes. Make sure you guys message us with the sticker from my Etsy shop that you guys want, so that I'll know to send it out.
Yeah, Snark, just hit us up. All right, Snark takes 40 points on the season. Chunks takes 33. I'm Junior takes 25. Everyone else takes jack shit because we died. Choose prediction outcome. Okay, believers that believed in Adam, congratulations. You get points. And while we're all reveling in the fact that we were right and Robin didn't win, I clicked race again. We're not going to race this one again. Oh, sorry.
10.9K goes to Lisbetry and 3 others.
Fuck
That's
yeah.
a lot.
It's a lot of points. All right, cool. Go ahead and vote for the next track. Let's see the details. I would like to see... God damn it. It says see details. I click it and it doesn't show me the fucking details. I want to see the fucking details.
Woo, Ginseng Joe, it's been so long.
What up, Ginseng Joe?
It's been like a year.
Thank you for
It's
joining
gotta be.
us. What up, y'all? Long-time viewer, but popping by to say hi.
Welcome, welcome. It's been so long.
All right, the votes are coming in. Let's go ahead and vote again.
It's been longer than a year. It's gotta be. It's been so long. But we're glad you popped in to say hello.
Absolutely. Bum, 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 bum.
I'm feeling 24 or.
All right.
It's funny having my younger sister like into mid season 4 of DTS because she asks me all these questions and I am so glad I have the answers and I get so excited giving her the answers because I never thought that she would be interested enough to be like, how does that work? What is this? Like, what does this mean? You know what I mean? So yeah. When your sister shares the same interests, it's nice.
It is nice when you have anyone really that shares the same interests as you that you really like. So Lisbetry and Enzo Matrix bet a lot on me. The Snark bet 700, which is a decent amount. I bet every penny I had, which is 42. And I only got 684 out of the deal.
All you have is 482?
Because the payout was 70 to 30, so we didn't make 1 to 2. We made 1 to 1.42. If you would have won, anyone who voted for you, which would include Chunkster, Glitch, Trash Pandas, and Pink Penguin, who are all officially dead to me, would have gotten paid out 3.39 points for each point they bet on you.
What? That's how that works?
How odds work. Yeah. So it's really cool. Sometimes when I'm like watching streamers who have like stuff that you can bet on, I just bet whatever thing has the lower percentage just so I can see if I can rake in a bolo of points. All right. Right now, House of Pain is in the lead for voting.
Ginseng just says, I don't make it to the live shows, but I still listen to the episodes. Thank you so much.
We appreciate that. We were really hoping people out there are still listening.
Glitch says, I still think about what are a few people up to that I haven't seen in a while. Yeah.
We used to have people that would pop in and be like, here's the question of the day or something like that in YouTube.
Yes.
They haven't been around in a long time, but that's okay.
Aw.
I ask myself questions every day like, why? How
Ginseng
much
Joe
longer?
says, I don't know how often ASB Bunny pops in, but I still chat with her from time to time. That's
Good.
cute.
I'm glad to hear that.
I follow Jang Mi, so I always,
I pop into her stream sometimes
Yeah.
just say hi and re-up my sub. House of Pain. All right. Minute 57 on average to finish it. Record time, minute 14 for Spooky Friends. We do it. We don't do it. Let's do it. All right. As soon as we're in there, exclamation point play to get your marble on stream. I'm sure
Hell
we've
yeah.
raced House of Pain, but I think they changed the track so the records got reset. All right. Going to go ahead and start the prediction. Start a prediction. Start a prediction. That same prediction, please. Who will last longer / rank better, Robin or Adam? Try and guess. Good luck. I don't know. What the fuck? Where's my payout? Oh, it says right there. You won 684. But it says I have 0. Look.
Oh, man.
I need to bet.
Oof.
I need to bet again.
Oofa doofa.
Fuck you, Twitch. Why are you doing this to me?
Did you
I finally
click
won.
payout?
Yes, they've been
Okay.
paid out. I
Okay.
started a new prediction. Jesus Christ, Robin, where's your head at? Don't hurt me.
Oh, I typed it into the wrong thing. I typed it into my chat with my sister. My bad.
You told your sister exclamation point
yes,
play?
I did.
That's
so
fucking
now she's
hilarious.
in Twitch and she just did exclamation point play.
She thought you were being like, what the fuck? Why aren't you exclamation point playing with me? That's funny.
Oh, no, but no, she missed the whole part about how I like talking to her.
And that you love it when she shares your interests.
Yeah, I love it when she shares my interests. Welcome.
Welcome. Welcome.
Oh, my God.
All right. I wish there was an easier way to go to view summary on these, but I think I figured out how to do it now without fucking things up. But I kind of just fucked things up. Here we go. All right. I'm going to say in real time.
Damn,
call
guys.
you fucking
Okay.
people out. I'm What's for Dinner has just bet 4,800 good ghosts on Robin to win.
Oh my God. I hope you get all your points back.
The Snarked 1K. Trash Pandas lost their confidence in Robin. Only 200. And Pink Penguin says, yeah, Robin, she's going to win, right? He bet 10. They bet 10. Excuse me. That's my
I'm
bad.
going to design new badges for Twitch. So hopefully we'll have nice new fun badges for everyone because everyone's been here for so long. I'm going to try and make something fun. I don't know.
So when this prediction thing is over, I'm just going to hit start. I'm going to start doing it that way from now on. All right, Lizard Tree bet 4K on me. I'm going to try and make you proud. Enzo Matrix, 2,500. Latreia, 1020. Glitch, 1010. I bet all my good ghosties, 684 on myself. And Ginseng Joe, the most practical of all of us, bet 100, which is fair. I don't come through in the clutch that often. Ooh, 140 now. Up in those entries. Latreia's up to 2020 now. That's not a good year.
Everyone
actually.
who voted for me, I'm so sorry.
All right, we're going to get this thing going.
Out.
I'm just going to announce it. We have 15 marbles, by the way, so thank you guys. 3, 2, 1, here we go.
3, 2, 1.
I hit start, and it started the fucking timer. Suck my balls. All right, whatever. Do whatever you want, marbles. I hit start again, and it just started it from 10, so I guess I'll stop doing my fucking countdowns. Glitch says, I want a new badge. I can't wait.
And I need new emotes. I think we're going to try to do more streaming stuff, so I definitely kind of want to revamp the channel, do some new stuff.
I'm going to do, I have like a 2.5 week vacation coming up.
Winter break is going to be...
I am revamping that website.
Yeah, what we're going to be doing. So we're going to be focusing on doing some, what is it called? Rebranding type stuff.
Yeah, not a whole lot of rebranding so much as it's just like refresh the brand.
Yeah, refresh, because I want to, I think I'm going to change the podcast card, how we've had that same, card for so long. I'm going to change that. New logos.
Latreia's dominating, making their way downtown into the funnel. Got past both of the fan blades. Gonna pop out of the bottom right there. The Snark's trying to catch up, doing a pretty good job. Lots of folks in the funnels, but Latreia's just like, excuse me, bitches. I'm just gonna go right through that fan blade. You got 2, 3, 6 more fan blades to get past. Latreia gets past the first set of 2. On to the second set of 2. Slowing you down a little bit, but oh no. Okay, you got it through. Who's in second? Okay, there's a clusterfuck for second place. Let's concentrate on first. Latreia just cruised right through that shit. You might set the all-time record here. You finished at like 1:14. You were so close to the all-time record. I don't know, but you might have got it. So that's incredible. Obviously, you win.
Glitch says like the one on the mug. Depends on the mug. We have too many mugs.
We do have a lot of mugs. But yeah, congratulations, Latreia. Exclamation point merch. Go to Robin's Quiet Corner. Pick out a sticker, preferably a Scaryish sticker. But realistically, if Robin's okay with sending a different sticker, then she can do that. She's a grown-ass woman. And just say, yeah, this is the one I'd like to see. And we'll get it sent out to you. Where's Robin at? Oh, she's all the way back there. So guess what? Adam supporters, as long as I don't get launched off the track right now.
Bro!
We win again! Choose prediction outcome!
I'm so sorry.
Complete prediction. Summary. What got paid out? Lisbeth Tree took that 4,000, made it 7,094.
Bro.
I'm up into 1,200. World fucking record! Look at that shit. Yes. Everyone sees Latreia at the fucking top every time they race this track until the next season.
Nice.
That is fucking dope. 14.297. See final results. I'm so goddamn proud of you, Latreia. That is amazing. Robin's the only one that didn't finish, by the way.
What the frick?
Latreia just took home 2,283 points. I don't know how the point system works in this fucking game. Amelia P goes up to 1868. Scriptory goes up to 1452. I'm What's for Dinner gets to add 1,141 to that piddly 25 they got from being one of the only 3 to finish last race. The Snarks was in first place with 40 is now behind literally everyone else except Chunkster, who is at 33. I don't know how the point system works. I think I might have mentioned that. I don't know how the point system works. It's so fucking funny. She said, I'll let her pick one for me.
And then send me your address again so that I can make sure I send it to the most accurate and newest one.
Nice. Gonna switch us over to our live
The
screen.
scripter is like, ayo.
So this is, I'll just let you guys understand why sometimes we get muted when I switch that camera. So I used to have a Stream Deck, which was made by a completely different company. And when I would switch the scene to get back to like this screen, I could tell it when it switches, turn the microphone on or turn the microphone off. So if the microphone is already on, it'll just stay on. With this new one that I got, it can do a lot more, but in that specific instance, when it switches, it only will allow you to say toggle the microphone. So if it's already on, it'll turn it off. And because I'm going into live, like this screen, I have to have it toggle when it goes into this because the most frequent way we go into this scene is out of the intro, which has our microphones muted.
Okay.
So I have to manually switch it and then turn the microphones on. And if I forget, or if it doesn't register my tap to turn the microphones on, that's why you can't hear us sometimes. It's not because I accidentally just like mute us or technical difficulties. It's just like silly technology that would be super easy to update if Razer, I think this is actually owned by Razer now, could fucking do that. That'd be great. Anyways. All right, cool. Thank you guys so much for joining us. We're going to do the outro now. We appreciate you spending your Friday evening with us, and I know we all have better shit to do on a Friday evening, like
thank you
play
guys so much.
World of Warcraft Season of Discovery.
You should stream it after.
I'll have to build out a new thing. I haven't done a live stream in a long time, so. But yeah,
mine is all Pokemon themed right now because
Hers
I was
is dope as fuck too.
But I don't play Pokemon. You know, I'm playing like freaking Forza or F1 or something. So
you guys want to see a mage turn into a healer for the first time in the history of WoW? Maybe I'll go ahead and stream that tonight, but we're gonna take a little break and get some I don't know, maybe some food. We'd stay late. Whatever. I'm gonna do the outro. You guys might see us a little bit, or you might see me in a little bit, and then Robin might be at her fucking desk playing F1 2023 manager or something.
Ginseng Joe says Genshin stream when.
Oh my gosh.
Oh man. I'm bad at that game, but I play it a lot.
Yep. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and check and make sure we don't have any redemptions that we missed. After this point, we are not. Oh, Ginseng Joe redeemed a high five. So I'm glad I checked. After this, now we are not going to redeem any of them. I will refund your points if you toss them out.
Ginseng Joe, you missed like the most painful high five.
She told me to high five her, so I did. And she's like,
and it was so painful. He hit my toe the other day with his ring.
Oh my god, painful. She's so full of it.
She keeps abusing me, guys.
Such a fucking baby. I barely touch her and she freaks out. Yet she runs around grabbing my butt, trying to finger my butthole. Like we'll be at the fucking store and she's trying to like bink, like Naruto up my ass. I'm like, get the fuck away from me. But I fucking tap her foot once. She's like, your ring, it hurts so bad. Never again. Never again. Never again. You ready?
Yeah.
Outro time. All right. Margaret, here we go.
Thank you to everybody who joined us for, if you joined us on the live stream, thank you so much. If you joined us here for the story time, we really appreciate you. If you've gotten this far, we always, post random stuff on Instagram whenever we feel like it. But maybe I'll make a post for this story time. Then you guys can put a stupid emoji, I don't know, checkered flag. Do a checkered flag emoji if you've gotten this far. That'd be great. But yeah, we really appreciate you. I don't know how this usually goes. Yeah,
I was going to say you jumped in and stole it. That's okay. If you have a story you would like to send to us that's about something that's happened to you, a friend, a family member, we would definitely like to hear it. Email storytime@scaryish.com or go to our website, scaryish.com. Click on Contact Us. It takes you to a form you can fill out that comes directly to us. Or hit us up on our social medias. Facebook is facebook.com/scariyishpodcast. Twitter is @scariyishpod and Instagram is @scariyishpodcast. Robin, for folks who would like to donate to us, how can they do so?
You can go to patreon.com/scaryish podcast. Those are monthly donations with tiers starting at $1. So if you guys want to support us, every dollar counts. If you don't like the monthly subscription type thing, you can also go to ko-fi.com/scaryish podcast, and those are one-time donations. And we're really thankful for everybody who's supported us and gotten this far. Yeah, absolutely. So thank you guys so much. We appreciate you. Thank you to everyone who listened, everyone who watched live. You all are amazing. And that is everything we have for this episode of Storytime number 203, I think. Bro. Yeah, lots. And next episode will be our 6-year anniversary episode. So send us dim questions. We want to hear them. Yeah, that's everything we got. So thank you guys so much. And Robin, go ahead and sign us out. Keep on creeping on. We'll talk to you guys later. Bye-bye.